It's the 1st of January 2025. Somehow, I don't know how that's real. I don't think it will stop feeling weird to say 2025, probably for the next like 6 months. And my only goal for this reading vlog is to just find really good new favorites, hopefully 5-star books. I am just hoping to have a really great start to the year. Just let you guys know where we're starting. I am currently reading Jade Legacy. Yes, I have been reading this book since like October or November. Let's not talk about it, okay? I am currently 25% through. I have been at 25% for like the past 2 months. It's the 3rd installment in the Greenbone Saga by Fonda Lee. I am very hopeful that it will be a 5-star read. I am loving it so far. Is loving it the right word? I'm extremely mad at Fonda Lee. Why is she treating all my favorite characters like this? But I do think it will be most likely a 5-star read. That's where we're starting. We're also about to start The Wedding People. I'm buddy reading this with one of my best friends and I have heard great reviews. So I'm crossing all my fingers that it will hit the 5-star mark. I also think it'll be a really good break from Jade Legacy whenever I need something that's a bit more light. I'm hoping. I actually don't even know what The Wedding People is about. I have not even read the back of the book. It's the first day of the year. I did stay up quite late. I may or may not have had a drink or two. So forgive me. Okay, I'll give you an update as soon as I'm further into it. I feel like I can't really give you much updates on Legacy because I don't want to spoil anything, and you would have to read the first 2 books to read this one. I highly recommend reading The Greenbone Saga by Fonda Lee if you're at all a fan of urban fantasy with an incredible world building. Fonda Lee just did an incredible job at creating a world that feels so solid and real, and the characters feel like that too, and I feel so attached to them, and I just know that I'm gonna be completely heartbroken. So my updates might just be me being really mad at Fonda Lee and probably crying. Oh, and I was thinking I'd start listening to The Fellowship of the Ring, book 1 in the Lord of the Rings series, the one and only, the classics. I've never read them before. I've been meaning to read them for a really long time. I've been a fan of the movies since I can remember. My mom used to watch them all the time. I swear that guy on motorcycle just judged me so hard for filming myself. But anyways, my mom used to watch the movies all the times when we were little, and my little sister and I would sit and watch them with her, and she would cover our eyes during the scary parts. And so yeah, they're very nostalgic. I've watched them a million times. They've always been there, and I'm one of those people who knows them by heart. Extended versions only, right? Those are the only ones that count. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start that. They're narrated by Andy Serkis, who is the voice actor, and I guess the actor as well, for Gollum and Smeagol in the movies. He is not only an incredible actor and an incredible voice actor, he has such a good voice, and I just know he's going to do such a good job with the audiobooks. I also need to confirm this, but I'm pretty sure I'm reading them with Race Reads here on YouTube. I'm pretty sure we're doing a buddy read of The Lord of the Rings for the first month of 2025. I'm hoping that's right because it's motivating and inspiring me to push forward and actually get to them. So I'm thinking I'm going to start the audiobook or continue with the Jade Legacy. We'll see. And enjoy my chocolate. I apologize for the dogs barking in the background. I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon. I am about... Kiki, come. Come say hi to the video. If you're gonna keep barking the whole time, you might as well show up in the video. She's not the biggest fan of being held. But you are super spoiled, aren't you? Yeah. Anyways, I'm about 60% through, maybe. Lord of the Rings. I've been speeding through the book. Okay. Because it's just great to listen to whilst I'm working, and I'm freaking loving it. I don't know why it's taking me so long to read them, but yeah, I am really enjoying it. Also, Andy Serkis does an immaculate job at narrating it. He just does such a good job at making different voices for each character and keeping them consistent, and it just adds so much more character to the characters. It does feel a bit weird, not gonna lie. I know it's a book written right after World War. Okay, I'm not. This is not any way me criticizing the book, but I just am not used to having read a book that is so male dominant in a really long time. There's not a single female character in this book, or when they are, they're very briefly mentioned. And I think so far, have they had any lines? Maybe like 2 or 3 lines in the whole book. Once again, I'm not criticizing the book. I completely understand when it was written and, you know, the whole context around it being written. But yeah, I just haven't read a book that's so male dominant. However, the male characters are beautifully done, and I love Sam so much. Like, I almost teared up when he started crying because they had to say goodbye to, spoilers, Bill the pony. Yeah, that broke my little heart. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm also about 40% done with Jade Legacy, so I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. Okay, I will finish that book before January ends. Will I finish it this week? I don't think I will, but I shall try. I'll definitely be finishing the Fellowship of the Ring at least, and then I'm debating whether to start the Wedding People right away or continue on to the second one, to the Two Towers, just because I am really enjoying it, and it's just so easy to picture, and I think the high fantasy and the magic and all of that has been really great to make the day go by quicker. So maybe I'll stick with that. Anyways, I'll give you an update once I have more to talk about. Oh my god, how is it sunny and raining? I feel like I complain about this in every vlog. So I'm still only about 45% through Jade Legacy, and I will be finishing it this month. I was about to cross my fingers, but then I was like, no, I'm actually doing it this month. I will be finishing Jade Legacy and then the little novellas that go with the Greenbone Saga. However, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start Wedding People because it's part of my book club for January, and I know my friend already started it, so I need to catch up. Not even for January, it's part of our book club for the first 2 weeks of January, so I only have a week left to read it. And I feel like I want to speed through it. I feel like it's gonna be one of those books that I can quickly, you know, consume. And Jade Legacy is one of those that I could just stay up all night and binge read it, but I end up crying every time I pick it up, so. Update, it's late at night and I just finished The Wedding People. Please tell me why I managed to read that in a day, and it's taken me 3 months to get a third into Jade Legacy. Anyways, I end up giving The Wedding People 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so well written. The characters were so almost too real, but it made me love them so much more. The humor was impeccable. I was laughing out loud multiple times. I gasped so many times. It was just such an exquisite deep dive into life. I don't know. I loved it. I feel like I haven't said anything about what the book is about. We follow our main character, Phoebe. She's in her 40s, just went through a divorce, and decides to fly across the country, book herself a fancy-ass hotel for the night, where she's planning to end her life. And when she arrives at the hotel, it turns out that the whole hotel has been booked for a wedding, a week-long wedding. Who the hell has weddings that are a week long? I will never understand the waves of rich people. But she finds herself there, and it turns out that she's not technically allowed to be there. It was a mistake. It's post-COVID, they're understaffed, and they weren't meant to have any rooms available if you were not part of the wedding. And so she's kind of crashing a wedding, and she bumps into the bride that first night, and the story goes on from there. It was just so easy to read in a really good way. I kind of wish it had been a bit longer, to be honest. I feel like I could have stayed with these characters for a bit more. I would love a sequel, but at the same time, I appreciate the fact that it ended the way it did. Shout out to Harry, the psychiatrist's cat. He was one of my favorite characters. I kind of wish we got into see more of Frank, the Victorian yellow dog. Highly recommend. So that's great. So far, I've had 2 great books, Lord of the Rings and The Wedding People. Jade Legacy will be a 5-star, and I will be finishing it in my next reading vlog. Yes, I will be. I will be doing that. Oh, come on, you can do this. I'm just really glad the first 2 books that I finished so far this year have been both really good. Is it kind of crazy to say that I like The Wedding People more than The Lord of the Rings? I feel like I'm betraying my fantasy-loving self. But I'm gonna be super controversial right now. Bear with me. I think I liked Lord of the Rings movies slightly more than the books. Thank you for watching. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I'll see you all in my next video.